Hey, how's it going again? That's right, 2 videos in one day. At least probably one day, as long as I get enough time to edit this as well. But yeah, we are here with Android 21 Lab Coat version. Now, I'm actually not too familiar with this character, so you'll definitely have to let me know below if you really think this nailed everything for this character. Now, if you're unfamiliar as well, she is from the game Ball Fighterz. Last year, no, so not last year, man, this year's already feeling like it's been going on too long. But back in January this year, we had the Dragonballz Battle Hour 2022, either end of Jan, early Feb, so the Dragon Ball gaming event, which is really cool, and this is this year's exclusive from that. Last year we had the Goku clone, again from the Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z game. Now we have had Android 21 before when the game originally released, and that was her Majin version. That is the, I believe, the side story in the game that does explain all of that, but this is her base form, and I think it actually looks really cool. I might be lying a little bit if I said I wasn't a little bit more excited about this figure when I took it out of the box compared to First Form Cell, who also came out in Japan today. There is a review for him, so be sure to check that out. So yeah, on the box here we do have a black design fitting of the event exclusive style, and then we've got the Dragon Ball Fighterz logo, the Battle Hour logo, and the Tamashii web. Now this one here, unlike last year with the clone, she went up on the Bandai, it's called the Asobi store in Japan. It's the Bandai Nations exclusive store. I guess they sell a lot of I think the idle game merchandise, but this year she went up there first, and then afterwards she was available on Premium Bandai. Maybe, I guess, to give a larger pre-order window or more access to people for people who do not know about the other site. Either way, yeah, she's out now, so I assume in other regions it won't be too far. Anyway, let's pop out of the box and get a closer look at what she does come with. Okay, so she's actually stacked full of accessories, which is fantastic. So we've got the main character herself in the center with glasses attached. Now the cool thing is, these glasses will come off this faceplate and you can attach it to every single one here. And the beauty of this figure is with the front bangs on her hair there, it actually covers where the glasses go. So you can have her with 2 looks, glasses on, glasses off, which is great. And for those faces we do have the shouting face, the kind of teeth gritting, the smiling, and the kind of, pouting look, which is great. For the hands we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs there. The bottom one for holding the glasses. One for, I guess, her key blast attack, and the flat hand for kind of gripping, and the more finger spread one. Now she also does come with the folded arms there, and then her, I guess, key blast, which will attach on the finger, kind of similar to the way the key blast works for Frieza. Her lab coat, I think, is looking really nice. So yeah, let's just pop out and get a close look at that finish. Okay, out of packaging now, we can get a close look at the overall detailing on her. I guess actually swing it around to the front again just to point out, it does have the red blue crisscrossing throughout her design, and that is in her boots as well, which are high heel boots, and despite that design she actually stands up pretty well. So yeah, that was really nice to see. Her lab coat is nice. It is slight pretty stiff rubber. I think it's a bit more stiff than what Hit has for his trench coat. Oh, there we go, she's back up now. So as I was saying, the trench coat is pretty similar to that of Hit. Her hair is a nice brown colour, and there is a few, I guess, was it flashing marks from where it's been cut off. It's not the cleanest looking there. We do have kind of a straight line for the hair. I mean, it's not bad. I think it could have been tidied up a little bit more. On this side we do have a cool Red Ribbon Army logo as well. And yeah, overall the detailing is nice on her gold earrings, and the glasses fit, and the printing eyes look nice too. But we'll get a close look at the faces after the articulation, which we'll get into now. Starting with the head, I mean, we've got the usual range of motion. The tilting's quite nice, everything swivels pretty freely. Going forward is nice. Going back you will get hindered by the hair, which does have 1 point of articulation here, which is quite nice. Everything kind of swivels and moves. Though again, I think it would have been quite nice if we had a little bit more of a design there instead of a flat edge. moving down to the shoulders, again these are, I guess she really reminds me of Android 18 actually in her overall body there, or the older narrative figures. Everything's pretty basic and standard, but you know what, it moves nicely, and considering the volume of hair that she has and the lab coat, her overall range of articulation is pretty nice. For her elbows, it moves around reasonably well. Could have been a little bit further, but if you kind of bend that wrist as well, it's not too bad actually. I guess since she does have her lab coat kind of ruffled up there, that does kind of hinder her motion a little bit. For her inner waist here, she has a little bit of motion underneath the bust line. It will move slightly left and right, not too much, but there is a little bit of motion. Rest of her clothing here is thin rubber, and it doesn't really get in the way too much if you try to move her legs around. And the overall design under here is pretty straightforward, nothing too, I guess, dynamic or amazing there. I mean, it works. It is a bit more of an outdated design though. Moving down to her knees, these work really well. Again, simple but effective. Overall, everything blends in and it is the same colouring, which is nice. Actually, there's still a bit of plastic underneath there. Let's pop that out. One thing to also mention is her lab coat is on 2 pegs underneath, which is really cool. So these can swivel out of the way. So that is pretty cool, since it does allow you to get some cool dynamic in the wind poses going forward there. Her ankles, overall these work, I mean, they're pretty basic, just a standard ball peg in there, kind of twists and turns around, nothing too amazing or detailed there. She does have a slight toe tip point. I mean, yeah, overall pretty nice, pretty basic figure, quite reminiscent of older releases in terms of her overall articulation and design, though I think it does have that kind of modern touches on it in terms of the finish, which really does make it look nice. Checking out the faces now, so this is the base one that she comes with, and this is the kind of, not really pouting, but concentrated look, not too happy, just a pretty nice overall expression to have on a figure. To change the faceplates, the front part of the hair will pop off. You can take off a faceplate with the glasses, as there are 2 little bit holes in the back of the head where they can pop in. To change the glasses, I recommend being very careful, as these are delicate, but you can just slide them off like so, and that will reveal the glassless face there. Which, when I looked at these, I really thought of Android 18. I'm not sure if they've basically used the same design for Android 18 for Android 21 here, but without the hair, man, it really does look like Android 18. Got me, I guess, pretty excited for hopefully an eventual Cell Saga or Android Saga 2.0 Android 18 release. The second face we have here is the shouting one. I think this one is really good. This is the type of face that we really need for a bomber figure. That kind of angry, shouting look. Next up is the teeth gritting, angry look here. This one's really nice. We've got extra eyebrow details up there as well to really bring forth that emotion. So this is the smiling neutral face, which is again very nice. Got the extra eyebrow details above as well. And finally, we've got that slightly bit more neutral, angry look. Again, this one looks really nice. You can kind of imagine her looking down, being dissatisfied. Now, as I mentioned earlier, all these do take on the glasses, and if you don't have them on, you can't even tell that there's lines on her face where the glasses slot into. I think that is fantastic. I hope we kind of see this going forward with some other figures as well. Now, I won't put on the folded arms for her, but this works like just about every other figure, including the old androids, where you pop off the arm just below the shoulder area, and then they'll just pop into these. Now, I do have a photo which I'll put at the end of this video. It is a little bit finicky, that's why I won't put it on just now. But I will pop off the hand here, so just grab on the upper arm and then the wrist, and then just pull off that hand. Make sure you do it in a straight direction. If you do it on an angle, that's when you risk breaking. Same for when you do place the new hands on. Just line up and just push straight. I found this figure to be a little bit more fiddly compared to others, since it's kind of thick and then small. So you do have to kind of make sure you get onto the right part when you push and pull. Now the key blast effect does have a little bit of hole there, which will just slot over the finger, and yeah, nice and simple and looks really cool. It's nice to get some unique effects. I mean, this figure actually comes with a lot of stuff, which is awesome. Something I do love seeing in figures: effects, a nicer range of expressions and faces. Sorry, and hands, I should say. Okay, so size comparison time, we've got same reason with Goku, Android 17, 18, 21, and 16 there. It's kind of weird actually. After getting 21 out here, 18 and 17 are looking really small. So I'm kind of curious to see in terms of actual, I guess, lore sizing. Is 21 meant to be that much bigger than 18 and 17, or is it just that these are older figures? Now, if we kind of get these two being bigger, then I guess, yeah, Goku is kind of a little bit small. Yeah, I guess 16 has always been a little bit more on the smaller side, so if we do get a 2.0 release, hopefully he is going to jump up a little bit taller, and maybe the same for 17 and 18. But yeah, overall I think the sizing for 21 is looking really nice, considering I don't know anything about it. From a figure playability standpoint, I think, yeah, she's really nice. Yeah, kind of matched up well with other 1/12 scale figures, which is cool. Definitely have a lot of different gacha accessories, which I think will work well with Android 21 here, so I think she's going to be quite a fun figure to use going forward for doing photos. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about her sizing compared to these characters. And again, for 18 and 17, do you think for the 2.0 release that hopefully we'll be getting, if they should bump up their sizing to match the same as 21 or not? So for the pros and cons for this figure, pros being she comes with lots of accessories. She's got glasses which come off and can fit onto every face, while also maintaining the no glasses look, which is awesome. Her overall articulation is pretty good actually for her hands and elbows. A lot of the older kind of joint design being used in this figure, but it still works really well. The lab coat actually looks really nice, kind of having the split there, and the joint on the back, so you can move it and pose it, I think works really good, so you can kind of bend these out, which is pretty cool. She does have the high heel boots, which look nice, and for the most part she still stands up really well and quite easy to balance, especially compared to the first form cell, which also came out today. He's a lot harder to pose compared to this figure. The hair's nice, it does move, though the con with that is it's a little bit untight. That's one thing I've noticed, at least for me, a lot of the figures that come out of the China factory, the flashing, the cutting of areas, it's never that nice and tidy. It kind of really sticks out, which is a shame. The flat edge on the hair I don't particularly like. It's really jarring compared to the nice curves of the rest of her hair. It's just suddenly flat. So if they had that a little bit more, I guess, sculpted, I think it would have been really nice. But yeah, that's basically it for my cons. I mean, yeah, cons. I think that's about it, really. Let me know below what you think, if you have any other issues with this figure or not. Yeah, if you ordered or if you didn't. If you didn't, why didn't you? I mean, I'm not into the fighters, but when I saw this and the accessories that she comes with, I thought it looked like a really fun figure, so I'm definitely glad I picked her up. And with every other figure release, you'll be able to find photos of her on rockchala.com, 360 and more, though that won't be out for another day or so. There will also be some photos at the end of this video, and you can check them out on Instagram as well over the next coming few days. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe and all that cool stuff. There'll be some more videos coming next month. The releases going forward for figures is a little bit slim compared to earlier parts of this year, so we'll be trying to mix in some shopping videos, maybe some exploration, going around Tokyo anime, manga, anime goods stores. So if there's anything that you'd love to see, or recommendations or suggestions for videos or anything like that, be sure to leave a comment below, and then we can try to work on those going forward over the next month or two. So again, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, cheers!